Today I want to talk about something that's probably the most scary thing that we human beings have to do in our daily lives, and that is asking for help. For some reason, most of us would rather die or spend hours finding the answers ourselves rather than asking for help. And a really simple trick to get better in asking for help is to get good at it. And what I mean by that is that one of the reasons that asking for help is so uncomfortable for most of us is that we're not really sure how to do it. And so that leads to an awkward reaction, and that leads to us avoiding asking for help even more. So here are a few simple tricks to get better at asking for help. Tip number 1. Be super specific in what you're asking for. One of the reasons that you get an awkward response is that you ask an awkward question. And I think a great example of that is, for example, people reaching out to you on LinkedIn saying something like, "Hey, let's meet up for coffee and connect." And you can feel what happens in you when someone asks that, right? You're like, oh, do I have time for that? What does this person want from me? What if I don't want that? I should research them, but I don't really have the time to do that. So there's all this extra work piling up in their head because you're not specific in what you're asking. So it's really hard for them to decide, do I want to say yes or do I want to say no to this? The other thing that we tend to do, and I certainly tend to do that because asking for help for me is still a challenge, is we ask for help, but then it comes with all these apologies. So you say, sorry, I know that you're super busy. I feel really awkward asking you this, but could you da 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 da? And again, just for a second, feel into the impact it has on you when I come to you saying like, I'm so sorry for wasting your time, da da da, but could you maybe, like, it doesn't make you particularly excited to help me out with something. So avoid the sorries, just keep them in your head and just ask a very clear and specific thing that you want to ask of the person. The third thing that's important here is to ask for help in person. And I know it's so much easier to ask for help in an email or a text or a Slack message or whatever. It's also so much easier to say no to your request via text, via email, via Slack, via whatever. So if you really want the other person to respond to you, try and ask it in person or on the phone so that they feel that personal connection to you. And that's actually what my last tip is also about. Remember that the other person is human. When we get into this anxiety mode of, oh, it's already scary to ask for help, we also tend to forget to tune in and connect with the other person. So we're so absorbed in our own fear of asking for help that we forget to make a human connection with them. And more importantly, when we ask for help and they do something for us, we often forget to follow up and thank them or let them know how it went, what the result was of what they did for you. So treat the other as a human being, connect with them so that it's actually an exciting thing for them to help you, because honestly, we human beings love to help each other out if we're asked for it in a fun, enjoyable way. So go and try that out and let me know how it went for you.